Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. It's basically a purple cut crease and I use the Petal Pusher Wet n Wild eyeshadow quad, and I use mainly this side and just one shadow on this side. But yeah, this is kind of what I came up with. I didn't really know what I was going for. I just kind of went and started, and this is what ended up happening. Just like some lashes, cut crease, and eyeliner. But yeah, if you want to know how to get this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I've already used my moisturizer. It's just the Equate Beauty. It's the kind of off-brand version of the Cetaphil. And then I also used my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This one is the smoothing primer. And then I also went in with the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, the sensitive one. And then the last thing that I did is the Photo Finish Primer Water. Those are all the things that I already put on my face, but I'm going to start off with my eyes. I just did that because my skin was feeling dry, and ignore all the pimples that I have, especially this one. It's just been really bad. I don't know. I haven't broken out in a long time, and I guess this one just wanted to pop up and just be on my face. But anyways, so now I'm going to go in with the 24-Hour Extend Eye Base by MAC. And I've only used this I think about 2 times, but so far I really like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I usually start off with my eyes anyways because I don't like having to be really careful with my foundation when I'm doing like my eyeshadow, just in case, not just because of fallout, but just because like I'm just used to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. Put that all over my eyes. And for today's look, I didn't really plan it out, so we're gonna see what I'm gonna do. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it turns out good. But I'm just priming my eyes. I really like this eyeshadow primer because it's so smooth compared to most, where it's like super drying. And like the odd thing is that I have really oily like lids. That's probably like the only part of my body that's actually really oily. But it's really weird because if I use like primers that are typically like more drying, it will look really bad on my eyelids. So I don't know. This one's the only one that I found to be really smooth. Other than that, I will go in with the MAC concealer, the Prolongwear concealer. Usually this was the one that I used to use before I bought that primer. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and set that primer with the Rimmel Stay Matte in shade 001 transparent. It doesn't have any color to it, and I'm just going in with this MORPHE brush. It doesn't have a name, it's just this little like kind of fine tip brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and set that all over. Okay. And then that's pretty much it for priming the eyes. And now I'm gonna actually go in with the palette. So this is what it looks like. And this is the Petal Pusher palette by Wet n Wild. I know that this is probably gonna be really good because I've never used this one. Like, as you can see, it hasn't been opened yet, but I've used previous quads of theirs and their eyeshadow quality has always been really, really good. So I'm not going to be really surprised if this is really good, but I've never used these particular shades before. So hopefully these are pretty good. And just looking at it, I kind of have an idea of what eye look I want to do, but I'll go ahead and give you a closer look of it in just a second. But yeah, it doesn't have any names. They just have, you know, the labels of brow bone, eyelid, crease, or anything like that. But I'm going to try to like show a little picture on the side of which colors I'm using and what brushes I'm using for each color. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, so all I did was just put some tape on my eyes, and then I grabbed my MORPHE MB23. It's a really fluffy brush, and now I'm just going to go in and use a transition shade. I'm trying to see which one I could use because pretty much all of them are pretty shimmery. So let's see. I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here. So let me just go ahead and do that. Let me just lightly tap. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put that in the crease. And like I said, I have no idea what kind of eye look I'm going to be doing. but I'm just gonna be putting that in my crease. And then from there, we'll figure out what we're gonna do. So, if you get this palette, even though it labels certain eyeshadows to put in certain places, you don't have to. It's just suggestions for people who are beginners if it makes it easier for you. I personally think that this color, the one that I'm using, it says eyelid, but I think it would be better for the crease because you want to go in with something light first and then something dark, because the colors that are suggested on here for the crease are actually way too dark if you just go in with that without actually having a transition color. So I would highly suggest that if you're just going to use these colors alone, that you at least use these two, more likely this one for a transition color, than just go straight in with a really dark color, especially because the other one is actually shimmery, which, I mean, if you want to go ahead and do that as your transition shade, there's no problem with that, but normally you want to always at least have a matte light transition shade to blend out colors. So this is actually pretty pigmented so far, and like I said, I wasn't really surprised because Wet n Wild quad shadows usually are very, very good quality for very cheap. I think this was only like $4, $5 with tax, but this is really good quality for something that isn't that pricey. So as you could see, I'm just blending that out on my crease, just kind of getting it on there so I can go in with the other shades later on. And this tape keeps falling off. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do that to the other eye. Alright, and now I'm just going to go ahead and take a smaller brush and go in with the crease shade. Man, I wish these really had a name. They're just like crease definer, a brow bone. And I'm just cleaning off my brush right now with the Veramona Color Switch Duo. I really like using this for when I'm using like really, really dark shadows because it really helps to kind of prevent any colors that you don't want blending together. But now I'm gonna go ahead and take the one that's right below it. It's this color right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little bit of it because I don't know how pigmented it will be. And I'm just gonna take it on the little edge of this Morphe M4331 brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put it right in the crease just to kind of start darkening things. And I'm using the very end of the brush like this, so that way I don't have it too rough, and then when I want it darker, I'll go ahead and kind of place more pressure, I guess. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And sorry if I'm looking this way, I have my mirror this way. I can't really put it in front of me because there's so many cords, so I'm just trying my best to show you. So just gonna put that right where we put that other color, the first color, the lilac, and just kind of slowly darkening that area until we got it as dark as we want. I remember, I think it was called Walking on Eggshells, the Wet n Wild little trio was my favorite, especially the white shadow. It was my favorite shadow to use for an everyday look because it was so bright. It was probably the most pigmented, like vanilla white shade I've ever used. And now I can't find that trio anywhere. I think that they might have it online, but I might go buy it again just for that one color because that's like a staple for me to have, just a vanilla color. I really like putting that on my lids. It just kind of makes me look more awake. So I know this looks a little bit crazy right now and not nice, but we'll clean it up later. I'm just darkening the crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other eye. So that's what I have so far, and now I'm gonna go in with the Morphe, what is this one? Morphe MB25. It looks like this, it's like a dome brush. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that off before I go in with the other colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that off really well, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in this other color over here. It's this, like, I don't know how to describe that color. It's like a brownish purple with a little bit of shimmer in it. I'm just gonna take it really lightly, ooh, that's pigmented, on the end of the brush, and I'm just gonna literally go in like that. Just kind of put it right in the crease. I really like this brush because I get it like right in the crease, so all I have to do is literally just go back and forth because I have like hooded lids, so it makes it much easier for me to do cut crease with this brush than with most brushes that I have, just because it fits like right in there. So I'm just taking that and just going back and forth in that crease. Okay, so I know it looks a little bit crazy now, but basically I just did the same thing on both eyes, just went back and forth in the crease with that dark shade. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and take my concealer, the Prolongwear in NC20, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so for this part, all I did was just take the concealer and a small little brush like this. You could have like a tinier brush, but this one is fine. And all I did is literally just take where the lid kind of almost meets the crease and just kind of went and slowly outlined it. I didn't go full circle like that. You want to make sure that when you're doing that, you go slowly and you don't apply too much concealer at first. I normally just put like a little dot on my hand, and then I'll take it and take the brush and just kind of dab it into the concealer a little bit, wipe off a little bit, and then you slowly go in and just go all the way around the lid, and then you can keep going back and forth, just kind of correcting it, straightening out the line. You could just leave it like that. What I did was just put the concealer over. I normally don't do that, but for this tutorial I just did that just so that way it was more clean, because I kind of got a lot of the purple eyeshadow all over my lid. But you don't have to do that, but that's just how I do it, and that's typically how I do most of my cut creases. I just take a little concealer brush and I just kind of like outline it. So at first it looks a little bit crazy, even now it looks a little bit crazy, but when we put the actual lid color on, it'll look fine. But yeah, that's basically all I did. And then I also just took back the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and then I just kind of set the concealer so that way it doesn't kind of transfer onto my eyelid or onto my like upper part here. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and take a packing brush, and let's see, I have a couple here. I think I'll use the smaller one just because I don't want to accidentally put too much and then it transfers over. So I'm just taking that brush and cleaning it off. So let me just go ahead and clean that off. And then this is gonna be the Morphe M421 brush. It's just a little like packing brush, and I can't decide if I want to go in with the white or the pink shimmery one. I think I'm gonna go in with the pink shimmery one though, just to see, because that one looks really pretty. So it's the upper shadow right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just take some of that and just basically put it on the part where we cleaned up right here on the blank space. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack that on. Let's see. It's really shimmery. I don't know if you could see that. That's really pretty. So okay, so now all I did was just basically the same thing. It's just take the same color and then pack it onto the other eye and just went all around to kind of outline that area. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the tape. The tape was kind of just an outline, so that way it makes it easier that you don't like accidentally go too outside of your eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the tape. And don't want to poke myself in the eye. And I got like excess stuff here. Take that off. Okay, so I know it looks a little bit crazy right now, but it should be fine with eyeliner. And now you could go in with your favorite eyeliner, or you could leave it like this and put on some lashes, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my favorite eyeliner at the moment and my brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Chroma line in Black by MAC and the SugarPill eyeliner, precise eyeliner. I don't really know if it has a name, it's just a precise eyeliner. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyeliner off camera and I'll be right back. So now I just did the liner and I added some lashes. The lashes, I can't really tell you where they're from because I just got them off of eBay from a seller in China, but I will try my best to link them down below if I can find them. But yeah, that's all I pretty much did, and this is the eye look right here. And then I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I pretty much almost finished with the rest of my face, and now we're gonna actually do the under eye area. So I'm gonna go back in with the transition color we first used, which is this light color. And I'm gonna go ahead and take that on the Morphe M431. It's like a little pencil brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit on the tip of the brush and then dab that off. And now what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna go right underneath the waterline or the lash line, whichever you would call it. And I'm just gonna go sweep it right like back and forth and making sure to connect it to the bottom of my wing. If you don't have a wing eyeliner, what I typically would do is just like kind of like guide it as if it's connecting with the top eyeshadow. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. And let me just go ahead and just do that. So now that we did that to both eyes, now we're gonna take the darker one, the one that's right underneath, this one right here, and we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just take that and we're gonna put it right underneath the lash line just to darken it up. Grab a little bit more, and then we're just gonna blend it down underneath there. Last color that we're gonna use is the darkest one that we use for a crease, which is this one right here. And then we're just gonna do the same thing again. We're just gonna take a little bit of that one, not too much because it's quite dark. And we're just gonna kind of focus this one like on the outer part instead of going all the way in like we did with the other colors. Alright, and here is the completed look. I absolutely love this lipstick. I thought it was gonna look a little bit weird on me. I just bought it like I think 2 weeks ago, but I absolutely love it. It's really pretty, and I think you could actually wear it with pretty simple eye looks or just like an everyday. I personally would wear this every day, but yeah, this looks really pretty together with this whole purple look. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire eye look. And you can modify some things here and there. You don't have to do everything that I did, or even do a smoky eye or a cut crease or anything like that. Just, you know, take it into like inspiration and do your own thing. I just kind of came up with it on the spot, but I hope you guys really enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. And thumbs up if you like this video. Let me know if you want to kind of see more videos like this. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.